Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Toby. Today's video I'm going to be talking about how I got my Schengen visa. So I literally did not need the Schengen visa at the time I got it. So it was like an impromptu thing for me. The story is very long, but hey, I'm just gonna go down straight into the main points and then put in the story in between the points. So guys, if you're new on my YouTube channel, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, and if you're a returning subscriber, so the first thing you need to do about getting a Schengen visa, obviously you need to have 6 months on your passport regardless of what country you're applying for. That's what I believe. But anyways, for a Schengen visa you have to have at least 6 months left on your passport before it gets expired. Right, so I was going to Italy for vacation, just like a weekend holiday, basically just a 2 night holiday. And obviously you have to apply to the country you're going into. You can't apply to Germany if, for example, you're going to Italy, except if Germany is your point of first entry and you're going to Germany or you're going to Italy. But I was going to Italy, so I had to just focus on Italy. I went to the Italy embassy and a lot of my documents were wrong. But you know what? I don't know if I was lucky or if that's the process. I was able to, go back home and come back the next day with the right documents. Now, let me explain to you what has happened. So, obviously, I went online. I have this, I don't know if anyone knows about Lucky Trip. There is a site called Lucky Trip where you can get accommodation, travel, flight at a deal price. So it's just obviously cheaper. I don't know, but as a low budget traveler, I had to go for that. So I went for that, and obviously I had the whole package. So I printed out my Lucky Trip confirmation to show this is my accommodation, this is my flight, this is my itinerary basically. Also, on that same Lucky Trip, I was able to get my insurance on that Lucky Trip, because you need an insurance. So the documents you need, obviously you need to prove your bank statement, your financial status. You need to show your status in the country. You need to prove either you're a student or you're working, so you need to get a letter from your school or from your employer. The third thing, the third thing you actually need as well is obviously you need to get an insurance to cover the days you're traveling. So not just a one-day insurance. So the insurance has to cover the period of time you intend to travel. You need a flight. You need to prove a flight. You need to prove your accommodation, obviously. And one of the things, obviously, you need a passport as well, but you can always get your passport done there. Right, so this is my mistake, and this is what I want you to learn from. So I got this whole document, obviously, from the Lucky Trip. Submitted this document, and now here was my problem. And I'm saying this again, but yes, here was my problem. What they expect you to do is to get your flight directly from the airline. So your flight needs to be booked directly from the airline. So if, for example, I'm traveling with, let's say, EasyJet, so you need to book that flight from EasyJet. Make sure you don't make that mistake to book from using a third party to book for that flight. Accommodation is all right, but you need to book your accommodation as well from a recognized from a recognized website, or like they have like list of accepted acceptable websites, or directly from the hotel's websites as well. One of the most accredited one that is probably acceptable is booking.com. So if you book your accommodation in your hotel from booking.com, that's brilliant. Mind you, only accommodation, not flight. Flight directly from the airline. Now let's take it back again for the insurance as well. Obviously, for the insurance, it's alright to book from a third party, but mind you, if you have a problem with that insurance, you have to go through the third party before you can get a certificate. It's just pretty much a long process. So what I would advise you to do is also to get your insurance from directly from the insurance company. You don't want to make that mistake, because I did obviously take from the third party, and I was trying to get certificates. It was pretty much difficult to get certificates, and then I contacted luckytrip.com. I need my certificate of insurance. They then, you know, tried to pass me on and pass me and pass me. It took a lot of my time, and I had to get a new insurance. So it cost me more money throughout my process, because I had to go back to the embassy. Another problem I had was my student letter. So my student letter was a bit backdated. It wasn't recent. So my student letter was not recent, and it's not acceptable. So I think whatever letter you're bringing, either from your employer or from your organization, that letter has to be very recent. So it has to be within 3 months. So it can't be, you know, let's say 3 months ago or something. So it has to be very, very recent. So let's say you get a letter 2 weeks before your appointment or 1 month before your appointment. Make sure you do not make any of these mistakes, because it made me I literally had to spend more money, and most of those bookings, for example, my flight was not refundable. So you need to be sure when you're booking your flight, because some of them are not refundable depending on what you pay for, and the difference is, like, you know, hilarious. So if I could get a flight ticket for £20, if you want to get the one that is, you know, changeable, then that could go for about £80. So I have to pay £60 extra, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. But anyways, that would have paid me off if I had done that, because what I then had to do was to get a new ticket directly from the airline. And at the time I was getting the ticket, obviously the later you leave it, the longer you leave it, the more expensive it is. So it literally cost me a lot. I was trying to save money, but at the end of the day, I actually spent over my budget. So be sure to not make these mistakes, and I really hope this video has helped you. So when you have all these documents, you take it to the embassy, book your appointment. Also, in booking your appointment, I must say this point, in booking your appointment, you don't necessarily, so what happened to me was, okay, I'm just getting my experience. So what happened to me was, I didn't get an appointment online. I couldn't find any appointment online. Then I had to get in contact with a third party. So you've got agencies like travel agents and, you know, stuff like that. And then I contacted them. I need an appointment for a Schengen visa, because I really needed to travel at this particular time and this particular time. And they were able to give me an appointment at an extra charge. So you pay £800, not 800, £100. You pay 800, like £100. You pay £100. That's what I paid to them to give me a slot. Like, the slot was literally like the next week. So I'm like, wow, okay. I'm not gonna go into that anyways, but so if you need an appointment like soon as possible, and you haven't got appointment dates, so you can actually contact third-party agents or travel agents to help you with an appointment, or to set an appointment to you, or whatever. I don't know whatever they do or how they get the appointment, but yes, I was given an appointment after paying £99. Actually, that was the fee, £99. So I hope this video was helpful. If this video was helpful, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Do not forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll be sure to see you in my next video, guys. Bye.